My name's Rahini. I'm from London, and a fun fact about me is that I love boxing and running. I was doing research online for a TEFL course and finding ways in which I could come here as a non-EU student, especially because it's a lot harder now because of Brexit. There's fewer options to come here for a long period of time, and TtMadrid had a good non-EU program, and I thought let's go for it. I thought there was so much support involved. I thought this could be a right fit for me. I would 100%. I would recommend it. I think if you're looking to do something different, even step out your comfort zone, TT Madrid is the place to go. Even if you don't come from a teaching background, you will walk away from here making new friends, learning a lot about yourself, knowing that you can do something different out of your comfort zone. And until you try it, you never know what's it going to be like. And even this is new to me. I don't come from a teaching background, and until I try it, you don't know if you're going to succeed or not. So if you're looking for something different and you're looking for a challenge in life, TT Madrid is definitely a good place for it. Especially being in Madrid, it's a great city to be in, and you don't feel like you're missing too much from home because you have everything here. You have great bars, great restaurants, great coffee shops, great places to shop. And me coming from London, from a city where you have everything, you don't feel like you miss out on things too much either. It's just trying to adapt to how things are done here differently to how they are back in London. But honestly, I've loved it so far. I would say the level of support that they give you. I think when I was reading things online and even when I was making the inquiries over email, they help so much of the visa, which especially because it can be quite a daunting process, not knowing what it involves, there's a lot of paperwork. Knowing that you had the support from there was one reason that I thought this could be perfect for me. And also the Spanish classes and the cultural activities that you also get included. I thought there's a lot I can get out of this course. And even being in Spain, I'll be immersing myself in the language. Being here, doing the intensive Spanish course would be great for me once I complete the in-person course. So I thought there's so much I can get out of this for a year. So for this, yeah, it'll be good. Interesting at times. I think trying to adapt to how relaxed it is here has been a bit tricky. I think coming from the UK, we're so used to things being done a certain way. Coming from a place of structure, things are so easy to do there. Everything's so easy accessible. But here it's a little bit slower. I think from speaking to other people, they're a little bit old-fashioned in the way that they do things. The hybrid course, it was fun. It was a little bit more challenging when I arrived in person because the workload was intense. But the online part I enjoyed. It was great to have something to keep myself busy, get occupied again, especially when working a full-time job. It felt like I was going back to school and having to dedicate a certain amount of hours after work and at the weekends to doing the online part. And it felt good to kind of get my brain working again and learning basic things about the English language, and I loved it. And then coming here, the 2 week person in course, well, it was a lot of work, but the 2 weeks go by so fast, and it's worth it. At the end of the day, you have to dedicate every weeknight and every weekend to getting the course completed, but it's rewarding at the end of the day. You walk away with your TEFL qualification. That's a massive achievement. So I'm glad I've committed 100% to it. I would say just being able to do something different. I think being in London, you work a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 job, and you have your other activities and hobbies that keep you busy, like boxing and running, going to the gym. But having something different just to kind of challenge me again and get my brain working and learn something new was enjoyable, and I liked having that time dedicated to the online part where I was knew I had to do certain tasks to make sure I get it complete before I arrived. And it was nice being able to feel like a student again and have homework and do things different. And yeah, even later on in life, it's never too late to go back to school. My favorite moment, I would say, would doing the teaching practices. I don't come from a teaching background. I've never done anything like this. So it was completely different to do something out of my comfort zone and not knowing how people would react, not knowing the feedback I would get either. I had no idea how I can imagine myself in a classroom environment interacting with students. It was new to me. But somehow the feedback I had, that people spoke so positively about my teaching practices, and they said that I was a natural, I had good rapport with the students. I thought, okay, so maybe we can do this. So it was nice to get positive feedback and know that I actually do have the capabilities to be a good teacher. The visa process was annoying at times. It was horrible. I definitely wanted to cry at times. But I mean, Charlie was my point of contact, and she was great. She was so quick to come back to me on emails. Every single question I had, she was able to answer. She gave me so much information, like thorough information that I needed, even just little tips and tricks to know what I needed to do just when I was collating all the paperwork as well. Things did take a little bit longer just to get ready when I was back in the UK, but that was obviously on their side. So I think it was just having patience to get things done. And where I had a good maybe 2, 3 months before the deadline to make sure I got my visa on time, I had enough time to get all the documents ready. But I think it was just patience of waiting for certain things to come through, having to do the trips, going back and forth to get certain things done. It was a long process. It was frustrating at times, but once it was done, it was good. So we did everything, especially on the online part when we were learning different methodologies about teaching. We had all the videos that we watched online and the questions to answer. So that was a good way to test our knowledge and kind of prepare us for the online part. So we knew what to expect when we came here, and then we even had sessions where they would give a review of certain things that we covered online. So that was good. And everything that we did online, they gave us a refresher when we arrived here. So because it was such a break in between the online part and in-person part, it was good having that time in the morning with those sessions that we had just dedicated to going through certain methodologies, certain content that we did online. So yeah, we were fully students. I loved it. I think coming here on holiday, I knew what to expect. I knew Madrid is a fun, vibrant city. There's so much to do. Like, you never get bored. There's plenty of places to eat. It's great for shopping. I loved everything. There's Even when I came in 2019, I just fell in love with the city. I'm being a big football fan as well. I did the stadium tour, so I love everything about Madrid. Weeks ago, so still new, finding my feet. But I came to Madrid back in 2019 for a holiday, so I'm quite used to the surroundings and where things are. But this time I'm here as a student, so it's a different experience.